How's it going, my peeps? And it is now time for the Elimination Chamber prediction game video. This is the last stop before WrestleMania, at least the last pay-per-view stop before WrestleMania. It's a big night. We're gonna find out who are the champions going to be going into WrestleMania, both the World Champion and WWE Champion, as well as the challengers for the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship. And of course, there's the Elimination Chamber match itself. Now, there's only one Elimination Chamber match this year. I was hoping for two, but it's a really unpredictable Elimination Chamber match this year. You've got so many possibilities, so many guys in that matchup that could possibly win the match and challenge the World Champion at WrestleMania, whether it be Del Rio, Big Show, or even Dolph Ziggler if he decides to cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase at the Elimination Chamber or sometime before WrestleMania. Now, as far as the card goes, there's, I believe, 7 matches on the card, so it's a pretty packed card. You know, the Elimination Chamber, event has more matches than the Royal Rumble, which had 5 matches, including the pre-show. Now, if they had like 2 Elimination Chamber matches, then I would have probably predicted like a 4 match card or something like that, or maybe 5 matches. But since they're only having 1. Looks like, we're gonna get 7 matches. And also, I want to thank you guys for liking the CM Punk vs. Rock prediction game video I posted up for the Rumble. Really appreciate that, guys. And since this is the road to WrestleMania, what I'm trying to do is, make these prediction game videos the most liked ones yet. And I'm trying to, with this being the Elimination Chamber, I'm trying to top the Rumble. And then with WrestleMania, I'm going to try and top the Elimination Chamber, and I can only do that with your help. So, as always, if you guys enjoy the videos, I'd really appreciate a like / thumbs up. Really helps me out, and let's try and make this the highest rated prediction game video yet. Let's top the Rumble, let's top all the others. And so anyways, let's get down to the predictions, let's get down to the matches, and I'll tell you guys who I think is going to win what match. And then in the actual simulation of those matches, that's where I'll go into more detail as to why I picked those as, the winners of the matches. So it all kicks off with, of course, the pre-show match, and it's going to be a tag team match. It's going to be Brodus Clay and his new partner, Tensai, versus the reunited team of Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow, Rhodes Scholars, which is, I don't know, I find that kind of odd. I mean, they just split up like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks. I don't know. Around that time frame, they split up, and recently they've already been reuniting at house shows apparently to face off against Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. And now they've reunited once again to face off against the new team of Brodus Clay and Tensai. I guess this is their way to get the most out of Rhodes Scholars before splitting them up. Use Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow to elevate the new team of Brodus Clay and Tensai, which seems to be a new, an official, like a new actual tag team, since they're actually, I think, asking the fans what name they should use for their tag team. So it looks like it's going to be the new tag team on the scene. Maybe they're going to challenge Team Hell No at some point. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow versus Brodus Clay and Tensai, who I think is going to win this match. Really, I didn't have to do too much thinking on this match. Pretty sure Clay and Tensai are going to come out with the victories on this one. I mean, without going into too much detail, you've got one team, Tensai and Brodus, were a new team on the scene, and they kind of need that, victory, while Rhodes and Damien Sandow, they're pretty much no longer a tag team and just reuniting for, I guess, this night. So, yeah, pretty sure Tensai and Brodus Clay are going to be victorious in this matchup. And then you've got Kaitlyn defending her Divas Championship against Tamina in this one-on-one matchup. Pretty much this match came about when Kaitlyn, in an exclusive WWE video, Caitlyn came up to Vicky in her office and told her that she hadn't had a match in a couple weeks on Raw and that she wanted a match, so Vicky brought up Tamina and told her she was going to be in a match for the Divas Championship at the Elimination Chamber against Tamina. And then Tamina pushed Caitlyn and, beat her up, basically. So now we've got Caitlyn versus Tamina in the last top before WrestleMania. And really, for the reason that it's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, I don't think we're going to see a title change here, especially because Caitlyn just won the title not too long ago. And this match, the match itself, was announced like at the last minute on, not even on Raw on TV, but in an exclusive app video. So usually when that happens, when there's not too much build for a matchup or it's not announced, a good amount of time before the actual events, usually the title doesn't change hands and remains with the champion, which is why I'm going to go with Caitlyn winning this matchup and going into WrestleMania as the Divas Champion. So, after the Divas title match, you've also got the United States Champion Antonio Cesaro defending his title for the second time in a row on pay-per-view against The Miz. This is their second, I believe, one-on-one matchup, one-on-one televised matchup. Last time they faced off was at the Royal Rumble pre-show. This time they're not on the pre-show, they're actually on the show. So as far as who I think is going to win this match, I could see Miz maybe pulling off the victory, but at this point in time, I think Antonio Cesaro is going to come out victorious out of this matchup and retain his championship by beating The Miz. And of course, I'll go into more detail on that in the actual simulation of the matchup. So after that, you've got the World Heavyweight Championship match. It's the champion Del Rio defending the title against the Big Show for the third time in a row. Actually, no, it's the second time in a row he defends it against the Big Show, but it's their third match for that championship. The first one, Big Show, was the champion on SmackDown. First two matches were last man standing matches. This one is actually a regular match, which is kind of surprising seeing as how, the previous two matches were pretty much those qualification matches. Well, they were last man standing matches, but you can use weapons, use whatever. But seeing as how this is a normal one-on-one matchup, they can't use all of that stuff. They can't use weapons or they'll get disqualified and they can actually get counted out. I was expecting maybe a no disqualification match or something like that, seeing as how they've been fighting a lot backstage, or, Del Rio going to Big Show's hotel room, attacking him there, and then fighting in the parking lot, Del Rio with the baseball bats, and trashing Big Show's bus. So anyways, it's a normal match for the World Championship. Who do I think is going to win this match? Pretty simple. I'm going to go with Del Rio retaining the title once again and being done with the Big Show and their feud, and then moving on to, of course, whoever wins the #1 contendership match in the Elimination Chamber, which I'm going to talk about right now. The Elimination Chamber match to determine who's going to face the World Champion come time for WrestleMania. It's going to be Jack Swagger versus Daniel Bryan versus Kane versus Mark Henry versus Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. So there's lots of guys. There's a bunch of guys in this matchup that I can see winning here. There's actually 4 guys, if you want to be specific, in this matchup that I can see, having a good chance at winning the matchup and facing the world champion at WrestleMania. But I have to pick one, and it's a hard decision. There's, like I said, there's a few guys I could see winning here. And if you saw my video, the video I posted up last night, I was predicting Jack Swagger. But now actually I've changed my mind, and I actually think maybe Mark Henry might be the guy that's, gonna win the Elimination Chamber matchup. And I'm going to talk about that into more detail in the simulation of the Elimination Chamber matchup. But as far as the winner goes, I'm going to go with Mark Henry here. But of course, I wouldn't be too surprised if somebody else wins the Elimination Chamber matchup. And then you've got the 6-man tag team match. It's going to be Team John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, the Shields. And for this matchup, I'm gonna go with Ryback, John Cena, and Sheamus winning. I don't know. I can't really see the Shields beating, you know, such a strong team of main event guys. And then the main event, it's gonna be a rematch between The Rock and CM Punk. It's the simulation you're looking at right now for the WWE Championship. CM Punk is invoking his rematch clause, and there's a special stipulation in the matchup, and that's if The Rock gets disqualified or counted out, then he loses the championship and CM Punk is the new champion. So, who do I think is going to win this match? I'm going to go with The Rock, the People's Champ, retaining the title right here. So that's pretty much it for my predictions. Now it's time for you guys to give me your predictions in the comment section below for every single matchup on the card. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can click that like button. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.